Assalamu alaikum all guys, I hope you all are fine. Today unit number 1 inclusive education on education and overwave. ठीक है, इंक्लूसिव एजुकेशन हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं। यूनिट नंबर 1 है बीएस एजुकेशन, और बीएस जो भी कर रहे हैं 4 साल की डिग्री उनके लिए ये बहुत बड़ा इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक है। इसके एम्स पढ़ेंगे। द मेन गोल ऑफ द दिस कोर्स आर टू हेल्प द स्टूडेंट, ठीक है, अंडरस्टैंड हाउ different objects contribute the idea of inclusive education. Learn about the national and international policies regarding inclusive education and how put them into action. Understand the role of teacher in including special needs students in regular classrooms. Learn how to adapt teaching method and assignment for deserved learners. फिर इसके objectives हैं। The specific aims of the course include, ठीक है, including the key concept and term related to inclusion, building awareness about the inclusive education among school staff, policy maker, ठीक है, promoting positive attitude and behavior towards inclusive education, sharing different models of inclusive education from and around the world, teaching prospective teacher how to support special needs student in regular classroom, providing the information on how to establish inclusive school in education, developing skills for creating inclusive education, teacher training teachers to adjust curricula, teaching method and instruction for inclusive education, teaching teacher how to create and manage individualized एजुकेशन प्रोग्राम फॉर ऑल स्टूडेंट इन इंक्लूसिव क्लासरूम, ठीक है। चिल्ड्रन विद डिज़र्व लर्निंग नीड्स, चिल्ड्रन बच्चे जो उनकी डिज़र्व लर्निंग नीड्स होती हैं उसके बारे में है भी। जो अपनी ख्वाहिश के मुताबिक पढ़ना चाहते हैं, जिनकी वो क्या बनना चाहते हैं, उनकी क्या ख्वाहिश है, वो किस चीज़ में काबिल हैं। एवरी चिल्ड्रन लर्न डिफरेंटली एट देयर ओन पेस एंड देयर ओन वे, ठीक। मीटिंग डिज़र्व लर्निंग needs involve identify setting goals, providing appropriate support, and choosing the best learning environment. Children with special and deserved learning needs refer to those who may require extra help due to medical, emotional, or learning challenges. Example include the children need assistance with mobility, medication, therapy, or specialized educational material. Disabilities like sight or hearing impairment, learning or disorder, or condition like Down syndrome may require additional support. Some disabilities may not be immediately visible, such as anxiety disorder, and support may be provided by the parents, teacher, or counselor. It's important to recognize that individuals with disabilities on college campus have unique need, and accessibility and accommodation should be considered in event planning. फिर दूसरे नंबर पर definitions of disabilities. Understanding the disabilities in curricula for providing the appropriate support and accommodations. Each person with a disability is unique, and they should not be defined solely by their condition. Various types of disabilities such as physical, cognitive, sensory, or emotional have different impact and require different approach to sport. When organizing event or activities, it's essential to consider accessibility and accommodation to ensure Individual with disabilities. Disabilities definition. Dis- Disabilities encompasses various needs including physical, physiological, economic, social, and educational aspects. Assessment by professionals help determine to extent of a child needs, ranging from mild to severe. Disability is a complex concept covering impairment, activity limitation, and participation restrictions. Impairment refer to the problems in body function or structure, while activity limitation involve difficulties in performing tasks. Participation restriction relates to challenges in engaging in the life situations. Disabilities is influenced by the both individuals' characteristics and social factors. Requirement in intervention to remove environmental and social barriers. Environmental and social barriers. People with disabilities have health needs similar to other but may face additional challenge due to social attitudes and environmental barriers. आगे फिर है क्लासिफिकेशन डिसेबिलिटीज़ की डिसेबिलिटीज़ की क्लासिफिकेशन क्या होती है इम्पेयरमेंट है डिसेबिलिटी है हैंडीकेप है ठीक है कम्युनिकेशन डिसेबिलिटी है और हमारे पास इंटेलेक्चुअल और लर्निंग डिसेबिलिटी है बिहेवियर डिसेबिलिटी है फिज़िकल डिसेबिलिटी है मल्टी मल्टी डिसेबिलिटीज़ हैं ठीक है फिर हमारे पास यहाँ तक ये डिसेबिलिटीज़ हम लोग पढ़ेंगे आगे फिर अगले लेक्चर में मैं इंशाल्लाह आप लोगों को दूसरा पढ़ा दूँगा a problem in bodily function or structure इधर टेम्परेरी और परमानेंट ठीक है बॉडी में कोई भी हो मतलब आप सुन नहीं सकते उसका वो भी हो इम्पेयरमेंट उसको कहते हैं डिसेबिलिटी रिजल्ट फ्रॉम द इम्पेयरमेंट एंड लीड्स टू लिमिटेशन इन डेली एक्टिविटीज़ विच मे बी टेम्परेरी और परमानेंट हैंडीकेप है ठीक है arises when individual encounter disadvantage in social professional or private context due to the impairment of disabilities. Communication disabilities, including disorder in receiving, sending, processing, and comprehending verbal, nonverbal, and graphic symbols. Speech disorder involve difficulties in articulation, fluency, or voice production. Language disorder affect comprehension and use to spoken, written, or other symbol system. Hearing disorder results from impairment, auditory, sensitive, and may limit speech and language development. Central auditory processing disorder involve difficulties in processing audible signal not attributed to hearing. The sensitive and intellectual impairment, intellectual or learning disabilities encompasses or reduced capacity to learn or process information, affecting communication, daily living skills, and social function. Example including Down syndrome, Frigley X syndrome, ठीक है, and specific learning disabilities. Learning difficulties may be lead to challenge in reading, writing, or mathematics, affecting 3% to 10% of population. Behavior disabilities, emotional or behavior disorders affect to a student educational performance requiring special education services. Definition are subjective and based on adverse effect on educational performance. Federal regulation emphasize the need for significant long-lasting behavioral characteristics affecting educational performance. Physical disabilities affect the mobility or dexterity and may result from congenital condition, cognitive condition, accident or progressive diseases. ठीक है? Include the condition like spinal cord injury, cerebral palsy, and amputation, which may require the adaptation for full participation in society. Accommodation and instructional strategies are necessary to support the individual with Physical disabilities in educational setting. Multiple disabilities refer to two or more in disabling condition affecting learning, learning or life functions. Involves individuals with multiple disabilities require specialized education services addressing each disability. Females of child with multiple disabilities may face unique challenges required to train to support measure with the mainstream in एजुकेशन. यही है, तो इसके आगे हम लोग फिर डेफिनेशन ऑफ इंक्लूजन की तारीफ़ करेंगे. आगे फिर आप लोगों को अगले चैप्टर में इंशाल्लाह पढ़ाएंगे. आई होप कि आप लोगों को अच्छी तरह समझ लगी होगी. जिस तरह आप नोट कर रहे हैं लेक्चर को रोक रोक कर, तो इंशाल्लाह अगली वीडियो में मिलते हैं. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग.